Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter, and joining me in the studio is Kitty Merkley. Kitty is running for the office of Dubois County Treasurer as we meet candidates here on WJTS-Inform. Kitty, welcome to the studio.
Thanks so much for having me, Bill.
We're glad to have you here. Now, we always start off, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Kitty Merkley, as Bill has said, and running for the office of Treasurer. I have been in Jasper 24 of my 48 years. I'm originally from Chicago. I followed my husband, Dennis Merkley, here. We have 3 great kids. Kyle is a recent Vanderbilt graduate, and he's 23, and he is just starting his career in Kansas City. In fact, we are moving him there this weekend. Cool. So my son, Kevin, is 22, and he is a proud member of the United States Air Force. He's a weather specialist for them. And then my daughter, Maria, is 20, and she is a sophomore at Western Kentucky University. So far it seems like we have successfully launched all our kids, and they are off and running.
That's good for you. Now, tell me about your community service and different things you've been a part of.
So when I moved here, one of the ways I met a bunch of people was by getting involved in community service. And so I've been really active and an avid member of several volunteer organizations. I have helped with the wet loft. That was probably one of my first volunteer experiences. And then once my kids got into school, I started volunteering for all their activities. I was a room mom. I've been the PTO president for 3 of the 4 schools that they've gone to. I was on the president of the Booster Club, and I'm currently the announcer for swimming and diving. I just recently stopped being the announcer for track and field after 8 years. And I was president and a board member of Big Brothers Big Sisters, which is now Mentors for Youth. Mm-hmm. And then I also opened a restaurant on the square called Let's Do Lunch. And I'm currently the Madison Township trustee.
Okay, well, tell me about your experience as an entrepreneur.
That was a great experience. Although I opened the restaurant at the worst possible time, right as the economy crashed, that's when I opened my restaurant. So I loved it. I loved seeing all the people. It was so much fun to be around them, and it was also very trying because as the economy was not really that great, people were having to decide whether they're going to eat out or just bring their lunch. So after 3 years and my kids were involved in everything, I just decided it was best for me to sell the restaurant. But it taught me so much about making every dollar count and the triumphs and challenges of owning a small business.
Well, you're the current township trustee?
I am.
And what does a trustee do?
So a couple years ago, a coworker said, "Hey, you should run for Madison Township trustee." And I'm like, what is a township trustee? I had no idea. So I did a lot of research on it, asked around, figured out that I could be totally good at doing that job. Basically, it is the township manager. So I manage the budget and all the funds for Madison Township, which is basically the Ireland area. Mm-hmm. I keep track of those firefighters in Madison Township, which is quite difficult sometimes. No, they're great. But I pay all their bills. I make sure they keep up and running. I take care of all the abandoned cemeteries. Make sure we have someone that is hired to mow them and keep the stones looking nice. And then I also help if there's anyone who has financial needs. I try and assist them as well. So basically, yeah, I'm like the township manager.
Okay, well then I guess that is one of the qualifications to run for treasurer, because you're running for Dubois County Treasurer.
Yes.
So why do you think you're qualified to be the next treasurer?
Well, with my small business experience, all my volunteerism, and then also I'm already an elected official, mm-hmm. and so I've already been managing public funds for a couple of years now. So I feel like that is what, and also I have really good people skills, which I feel like is important in this position. So I think those are the reasons why I'm qualified.
The treasurer's office probably is not one of those that people think of as a glamorous office or would have goals, but what would you like to accomplish as treasurer?
So let me start by saying that Chad Blessinger, the current treasurer, has done a great job. I know one of the things that he has done is really tried to go after delinquent taxpayer dollars, which I'd like to continue. Also, I'd like to bring it, more up with the times and try to institute online tax payments. That way people can do it from, the comfort of their homes when it's convenient for them. And so it would also, I feel like, maybe alleviate the need for part-time help in the office that could save the taxpayers money as well.
Okay, now, I guess this is a point where you get to say whatever you'd like to say to close. What would you like to say to the voters, and tell them why they should vote for Kitty Merkley?
So I feel like my main point is please get out and vote. I feel like that is so important. Everyone's voice should be heard. Everyone deserves the right to vote. And so I feel like I would love your support. Please visit my website on Facebook. It's Kitty for Treasurer. I have videos that I've done that give you helpful tips on how to register to vote, how to vote absentee, where to find information on how and when and where to vote. I'm dedicated, I'm hardworking, and I'm really excited to get the opportunity to do this for you, so I hope that you'll go out and vote for Kitty.
All right. Kitty, thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Will your name be Kitty Merkley on the ballot, or is it?
Actually, it's Kathy, and then in quotations, Kitty Merkley. Yeah.
Okay, so when you see that, when you go out and vote. Kitty Merkley running for the office of Dubois County Treasurer. Make sure that you please go out and vote. You have between now and November 8th. You can vote early, or you can also always vote on Election Day. Thanks to Kitty Merkley for being our guest. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We're local people watching local people.